What up, y'all? This video I wanted to do for a long time. I had it in my fucking to-do list for so long. Kept getting overshadowed by other things, but I want to do this. It was a request from my homie Freddie Lugo. Shout out to my homie Freddie Lugo. And this will be my top 5 most hated wrestlers of all time. Now, this list might upset some people, but I don't give two flying fucks. This is my opinion, and a disclaimer, I actually liked certain eras or an era from one of these or some of these guys, but I hate them for the most part, and some guys I just hate altogether, never liked. So, top 5. So, number 5 would have to be JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. Fucking hate Bradshaw. He came in the WWE, then known as WWF, around 1996. Maybe late 95, I want to say 96. Thought it was trash. He was managed by Dutch Mantel. I mean, he probably had a different name then. You know, Zeb Coulter probably had a different name then. I can't remember what his fucking name was. But is another thing. The new generation era, you know, 93 to 96 is one of my favorite eras ever. Yes, a lot of shit was in that era, but I love that era. Just wanted to put that out there. But John Bradshaw Layfield, JBL, you know, hated him then as Justin Hawk Bradshaw, 96 through like early 97 maybe. Then he went with the Blackjacks, you know, he was a Blackjack, you know, like Mulligan and Blackjack Lanza, they were the Blackjacks. There's a new Blackjacks with Blackjack Wyndham, Barry Windham, you know. Blackjack Mulligan is Barry Windham's dad, shit, you know. But yeah, I didn't like the new Blackjacks. Kind of had matches with the Headbangers and the Godwins, like in '97. Didn't like it. Then around '98, he was at Taka Michinoku. He had kind of a singles run around '98. Then around, I think late '98, early '99, probably late '98, I want to say, he formed the Acolytes with Farouk, and, you know, Ron Simmons. And guess what, y'all? I loved Bradshaw here. I mean, loved. I thought he was so fucking cool. Absolutely loved Bradshaw then. You know, drinking beers, smoking cigars. Funny as a motherfucker, the shit he would say. That was from like 98 to 2001. And Acolytes came back like in 2002-ish, 2003. Somewhere around there they came back. You know, Bradshaw had a whole new look by then. He cut his hair and stuff. Dyed it blonde. Stuff like brownish blonde, some shit. You know, but I love that tenure as the Acolytes. APA, Acolytes Protection Agency, was just so fucking good. I love the Acolytes, man. Acolytes was so fucking cool. But then, around 2003-ish, early 04, I want to say maybe 03, 04, 03, more than likely, if I could remember correctly. Some of this aggression era shit is very hazy to me. I gotta go on the network and rewatch everything. But I pretty much have a good time frame, somewhat, you know what I mean? I want to say it was 2003 or 2004. I remember. No, 2004 it had to be. 2004 had to be, because when Brock Lesnar left, you know, JBL kind of took the forefront, you know what I mean? He was an undisputed champion. Fucking hated him then. Thought it was garbage. A lot of people liked it. And I love the Ruthless Aggression era. But Bradshaw, that dun, 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 that fucking music. Oh, fuck you. Oh, I hated that shit. And the racist shit he did with the Mexicans, like, you know, that was stupid when he feuded with Eddie Guerrero. Like, called them border jumpers and shit like that. I don't know. I didn't like that shit. And then saying it'll bring Orlando Jordan back to the hood and stuff like that. You know, I thought that was kind of whack when they had a little argument and stuff. You know, the cabinet with the Basham brothers and Orlando Jordan. That was fucking garbage. I didn't like JBL at all. I know people liked them. I just fucking hated them. And like the backstage stuff that I heard over the years really made me sick. Like he would people don't know this or not, but it did happen. Edge even talked about it. But he like try to soap up Edge's ass in the bath or some shit like that. He fucking used to give guys roofies and like stick fucking weird shit up their ass like toothbrushes. He did it to Brian Christopher. You know, Too Sexy, Grandmaster Sexay, whatever the fuck his name is. Grandmaster Sexay, you know, around like 2000, he had that gimmick with Scotty 2 Hotty. That was fucking stupid. You know what I mean? What else? The bullying he did with Blue Meanie. I don't like the Blue Meanie that much, but that's kind of fucked up. You know, like really shooting on a guy and punching him in his fucking staples. That's kind of fucked. I just don't like JBL. The shit he did with, you know, Mauro Ranallo and stuff like that was fucked up. Just JBL was a real fucking dickhead. Never liked him as JBL. Never liked him when he was John Bradshaw Layfield or the Blackjacks, but I loved APA, so there you go. I did like him at one point, but no, fuck JBL. Terrible commentator as well. Shitty commentator. Next, a guy that just fucking, I don't know, man. I liked him too at one point. We'll get to that, but overall, it makes me cringe. I'm talking about Double J, Jeff Jarrett. Oh my god. Jeff Jarrett, where do we start? I think he was wrestling for his father's promotion, Jerry Jarrett. You know, maybe he was in UWA or some shit. Not too familiar with his work before WWF. I'm an East Coast kid, you know. That's my first promotion I watched. I learned about everything else afterward, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he entered WWF maybe late 1993, I want to say. These fucking vignettes. And they were absolutely atrocious. I remember watching a vignette in late 93. He was like, I'm coming to the WWF. And he was like, some Italian guy, Antonio Banderas or some shit. I forgot what the fuck. No, my bad. Not Antonio Banderas. My achy breaky heart. That motherfucker. What that nigga's name, man? Oh, I forgot that dude's name. Whatever the fuck his name is. Billy Ray Cyrus. He was talking about how he's a fake performer and he can sing and dance better than him, and you know, he called him an Italian guy. I don't know if he's Italian or not. And he goes, and I'm better than some other Italian guy, Razor Ramon. Like, what the fuck? You know, especially when Razor Ramon's being booked as a Cuban. Scott Hall. I thought that was really fucking stupid of him to say that. Then he comes around late 93, you know, and he was in the Royal Rumble 1994 and stuff like that. He helped Yokozuna put Undertaker in the casket along with like Bam Bam Bigelow, Adam Bomb, Diesel, Head Shrinkers, bunch of fucking dudes. I remember that. Then he stood around, you know, kind of got over when he beat Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental Championship, which I fucking hate. Like, Razor could never beat this cocksucker, you know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck it was, but he was always beating Razor Ramon. Kind of put a fucking sour taste in my mouth. I just couldn't stand him. Then Vince would feel like he didn't want to bury this motherfucker, you know? Then he gets the Road Dogg with him, you know? Back then when Road Dogg was called, just plain old Roadie, you know what I mean? From the Armstrong family. He was his manager, and fucking every 5 minutes you seen Jeff Jarrett back in the day on Raw programming and fucking the pay-per-view, like In Your House 1995, that fucking Baby Tonight shit. Oh, they promoted the fucking hell out of that. That was fucking annoying. Oh, that was annoying. New Generation L, that fucking My Baby Tonight bullshit. What the fuck that shit's called? That shit really made me cringe. Ugh. Then Shawn Michaels beat him for the Intercontinental title that night when he was promoting that, and I was so happy. Cause Shawn Michaels is my favorite of all time. Fuck Jeff Jarrett. Ugh. Then I think A little while after that, I think maybe then he took on Ahmed Johnson like in early '96, Royal Rumble '96, and after that, I think he just fucking left. He would ping pong back to WWF, WCW a lot, quite a bit. Then he went to WCW in '97. Tried to make him a Horseman member. I fucking hated it, and I love what Eric Bischoff said about him. I know people hate Bischoff. I'm not too big of a Bischoff fan. But when Bischoff said, you know, you were just garbage to me. He was like he was like a male stripper or something like that with his little shitty straps. And, you know, I couldn't stand that era of Jeff Jarrett at all. Good worker, I'll give him that. But other than that, fuck right off Jeff Jarrett. You know. Then he came back to WWF in '97 with some shitty fucking attire. Some white fucking piece. I don't know if you can call it a singlet. With like orange boots. Oh, he was ass. He's like, that's when Jim Cornette was trying to rebrand the NWA with fucking the new Midnight Express with Bob Bart Gunn. It was fucking trash. I hated that shit. And Jeff Jarrett was the NWA champion. He just said some racist shit about Ahmed Johnson as well. You know, what do you say? You booked me against a black man that can't even speak English? Or some racist shit he said. That was garbage. Yeah, fuck Jeff Jarrett. Then he takes on X-Pac around 1998, I want to say. And he gets his hair cut. And he makes this new gimmick of him being pissed off. And guess what? I liked it. 98, 99 Jeff Jarrett I absolutely love. With Deborah in his corner. Love Jeff Jarrett then. Absolutely. He was great, you know. He was great. I had no complaints about that at all. His team with Owen was fantastic. Even though Owen should have been getting treated better, but I think that was great. Yeah, man. That old Attitude Era. Jeff Jarrett was great, man. Absolutely loved it. So, yeah, there you have it, man. Jeff Jarrett. No, fuck that. I'm not done with Jeff Jarrett yet. What am I talking about? Then he goes to WCW like in '99, and I think it was '99, 2000. I just become like, I didn't watch WCW then. You know, and TNA run. And when I watched TNA, I didn't like him then either. Fuck Jeff Jarrett for that period. I like the Attitude Era, Jeff. That's about it. So yeah, man. Fuck him. So what do we got? We got this. I didn't write this down. Do the top of the head. So we have motherfucking JBL, Jeff Jarrett, and I pretty much know who the last three are. The next motherfucker is a guy that just should be done. If this motherfucker left the WWE today, I wouldn't give two fucks. I'm sorry. I wouldn't give two flying fucks. And yes, he has good matches, but to me, his opponents carry him. And I'm talking about, he's a cancer in my opinion. I'm talking about John Cena. John Cena. It seems like he's been on top forever. This motherfucker had the same theme music for 11 years. And it's just in your head and it just won't leave. Oh, I fucking hate this cocksucker. Let's see. Let's go through John Cena. Prototype in motherfucking Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling. Ohio Valley Wrestling, what the fuck you want to call it. OVW. Then he gets to the WWE in 2002, and you know, that famous night, Ruthless Aggression. Y'all know what I'm talking about, with his little fucking pinkish tights or some shit. Then he starts teaming with like Edge and Rey Mysterio. I didn't mind him, you know. Then he gets the whole rapper gimmick. I think it was some Halloween party they were doing, and he was dressed like Vanilla Ice and kicking a rap backstage or something like that. And he became heel, aligned himself with Bull Buchanan. I forgot the name of Buchanan's character, but that was funny as fuck. I forgot that shit. I forgot the name of his character. But yeah, I like John Cena then, man. Y'all know I'm a huge hip hop head, and I liked it. You know, and Cena was spitting some dope shit. Yeah, this is the era if you're a hip hop head like I am, like deep in hip hop, where like the Smack DVDs was out. You know, this 2002, 2003 era, and those Smack DVDs had a lot of freestyles. You know, 8 Mile was out. You know what I mean? And John Cena sounded dope. He's from West Newbury, Massachusetts, so it was like some real East Coast grimy shit he was spitting in those freestyles. I loved it. Absolutely. The throwback jersey with the fucking lock chain on his neck. I loved Cena then. The finisher called the FU. You know, that was to, combat Brock Lesnar's, F5. But dude had some dope matches with Undertaker, Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero at that time. Absolutely loved them. Big Cena fan then. Kicked a dope freestyle at the end of like when he beat Here Comes the Pain. That was so dope. Huge Cena head then. Thought he was really, really cool because he was to be honest, there was not a lot of cool black guys. Me being a black kid back then, I wanted to see some cool black guys. I mean, there was not a lot of cool black guys coming up. And in the 90s, like around 96, like, hip-hop wise, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were bringing that gangster rap feel to wrestling. Two white guys had to do it. And they did it very well, because Yokozuna got them into hip-hop in the New Generation era, like around, 94, 95, he got them into hip-hop. Rikishi talks about that. Watch the show interview with Rikishi, he talks about that. All the guys, because Yoko had all the latest hip-hop CDs, and they would stand by Yoko like, oh, what's that, and he'll get him into that shit. So, yeah, so what Cena did in the 2000s was bring hip-hop to wrestling again. And I absolutely loved it. You know what I mean? He did it great. Huge John Cena fan from like 2003 on to 2008. We'll get into that, though. We'll get into that. Huge Cena fan around like, especially 03 to 05. Like, that was his like prime to me. Dude had amazing matches. He won the undisputed title at WrestleMania 21. He beat JBL, thank fucking God. Loved him then, man. Came up with a great hip-hop album in 2005, man. With the trademark, You Can't See Me. People say that shit sucks. But if you love underground hip-hop or like East Coast hip-hop, you will like that album. There's like one track about the summer, but that's kind of garbage. But everything else on there is really fucking good. I love John Cena's hip-hop album. Call me crazy, but I love it, man. So, like around 2007, he's feuding with Umaga, I believe, and 06, feuding with like Booker T, I want to say. Just a great time. I love Cena. Even when they were like, fuck you, Cena, at the ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view, I wanted RVD to win, though. I like Cena, but RVD way better. That was a great match. And I love Cena up to like, but by early 08, I was like, fuck this dude. He just got whack, you know what I mean? I stopped fucking with him then, and he buried a lot of fucking talent. Just winning like crazy. Barely put anybody over. Couldn't stand Cena, man. Like 09 and 2010 was unbearable for this cocksucker. Oh, I fucking hated that dude, man. Like, all my love I had for the nigga from 03 to like 07 was gone. You know what I mean? Didn't like him at all, and he continues to be just a pain in the fucking ass. He's kind of taking a lot of breaks now, which is great. But that dun, 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 every time I hear that, I want to just blow myself in the fucking head. Like, he had great matches with CM Punk, like Money in the Bank 2011. Had great matches with AJ Styles, but I believe they carried his ass. And he's so unathletic. Shout out to Bruce Blitz, man. I agree. He's unathletic as a motherfucker. Not a big fan of John Cena in the ring. He was never that great anyway, but at least I liked him. He had a cool character, and I liked him, you know what I mean? But, like, now, fuck no. 08 until now, he can eat 1,000 dicks. Fuck that guy. He really buried Bray Wyatt. He really buried Bray Wyatt like a motherfucker, man. Fuck that dude. So yeah, fuck John Cena. Seriously. I cannot wait till he leaves the company. For good. Because we don't fucking need him. Sorry about that. We don't need him. Can't stand him. That theme music too. Like, can't stand it. So yeah, John Cena, man. Next. This guy hasn't been around a great amount of time, but he's definitely my most hated of all time, even though he hasn't been around for a long time. I'm talking about the current WWE champion. On SmackDown Live, Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is the epitome of a motherfucker getting lucky because Vince wants a huge market in India than it already is. And I fucking hate Jinder Mahal. The guy has no talent. He can't work for shit. He works like a outdated 1985 wrestler. I don't know. Just can't fucking stand Jinder Mahal. Came in the company as the Great Khali's brother-in-law. I can't remember. This is when the company was shit. And he was just like a manager type deal. Then he became a singles wrestler. Then he got in a 3MB with Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre. Then he becomes a jobber, comes back, and wins the WWE Championship from Randy Orton. Like, what the fuck? They had this guy, I know it came straight from Vince and Kevin Dunn more than likely, but they had this guy making fun of Nakamura about his nationality, you know, and I thought that shit was tasteful and disgusting and way too far. Fuck Jinder Mahal. The guy's a jobber, glorified jobber, that got lucky because McMahon wants a fucking market in India. And he's taking on another guy that I fucking hate, Brock Lesnar, who could have easily made this list. He almost, if I did a top 10 most hated, he'll make it. But Brock was this close to making this list, but he didn't make it. I can't fucking stand Brock Lesnar. Another guy that I liked early on, but just started hating. Jinder Mahal, I never liked him. He can eat 20 dicks and he don't belong in the wrestling business. Sorry. He's a cocksucker. Fuck Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal is fucking trash. Can't stand that motherfucker. He is garbage. He beat an amazing talent, a Japanese sensation, a guy that was over like motherfucking crazy in NXT. I'm talking about the great Shinsuke Nakamura. He beats him twice at SummerSlam and Hell in a Cell. Fuck this guy, and fuck those faggoty Singh brothers, man. Bitch ass motherfuckers. I can't stand them. And fuck Jinder Mahal. Dude's trash. Ugh. Fucking hate that guy. Next. Number one with the motherfucking bullet is Paul White. Big Show. Ugh. I can't stand this motherfucker. Oh, I never liked him. Never liked him, man. I would say this, I do prefer the Giant over Big Show, but fuck Big Show, alright? This guy overstood his welcome a long time ago. Same with Kane and Mark Henry. Even though you don't see Mark Henry that much anymore, but he can get fucked too. I got privy to the Big Show like everyone else did in 1995. The Giant in WCW was booked as Andre the Giant's son. Even as a 10-year-old, I didn't believe that, yo. I just didn't. He can go fuck off, you know. WCW in 1995 was absolutely atrocious. You know, that whole angle with the Dungeon of Doom and that fucker in the throne. Sullivan, my son, that shit was trash. The Giant was trash. Then he joins the NWO like in 96. Fucking hated it. He was so out of place in the NWO. I think he joined like 2 times again. The shitty storyline they had. I love the NWO, but hate the Giant in it. He didn't belong in that motherfucking faction. He was trash there. Oh, I hated him throughout WCW. WWF, not WWE, when he came there in '99, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre pay-per-view with Austin and Vince McMahon when he came there. And then I was kind of like, whoa, there he is. This is before like I read dirt sheets and I didn't have the internet in '99. So I was surprised he was there, but I wasn't like fucking happy about it. I'm like, oh, it's fucking Big Show. It's the Giant. Fuck him. They called him Paul White for a while, then became the Big Show, and he feuded with the likes of, The Rock and Big Boss Man. Fought Stone Cold Steve Austin a couple of times. Triple H, even was the WWF champion. This is that whole Attitude Era. He was there. Didn't like him at all. Then he shaves his head and all this. And throughout the Ruthless Aggression era, I didn't like his ass either. Never liked this fucking dude. Like, I think he's garbage. Even the interviews with him on DVDs and stuff, he makes me cringe. He's just so stuck up and just a dickhead. And shout out to Teddy Long. Teddy Long said he was a prima donna, which is funny because when I looked at this motherfucker, I'm like, you fucking cocksucker. He thinks he's the shit, but he's not. He's garbage. He's lame as fuck. I fucking hate Big Show. Most hated wrestler of all time for me. So Big Show, eat 20 dicks. There you have it. My top 5 most hated wrestlers. Do a recap. JBL, Jeff Jarrett, John Cena, Jinder Mahal, and Big Show. I want to say that's the right order. If not, then fuck it. So yeah, top 5 most hated. Hope you all enjoyed this. I know it was long. Yeah, man, I did my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. Here's my top 5 most hated. Don't have any. Didn't hold up from them because I don't own nothing from them cocksuckers. Nor do I want to. So, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.